what does Fruit Town Piru mean to you now that you were gone so long, now you're back, you kind of at a certain age where I'm assuming that doesn't have as much of meaning to you as it did when you was 18 years old?
You know, I tell people all the time that, you know, I go back there every now and then to water the roots to my fruits, because I believe it's what I learned in that neighborhood helped me to survive in prison, and I'm being honest about that. You know what I mean? So in me acknowledging who I am now, I gotta acknowledge the totality of who I am. You know, both sides. So that's the neighborhood I grew up in. I still got love for those individuals over there. And so I do try to give back. I do go over there and I talk to the youngsters, try to get them to see things outside the box, so to speak, to expand, you know, their visions. I've always tried to lead by example. So, you know, when I make my investments into treatment centers or transitional housing, I'm making my money doing this, and they like, hey, big homie, put me on. Okay, I'll put you on, but this is what you have to do. Let's go down here to this school and check you in. Go to this trade and check you in. Let's go up to the Wack Center, right, and sign up at this job fair for free electrical training and HVAC training, and that way you can get you a job, and you know, you can start saving some money and start working towards your retirement.
All right, so in closing, I want to ask you, what's the best advice you would give to someone who was just found guilty of an offense, and he's got to lay down for at least 15, 20 years minimum? What kind of advice do you give to that person that's either in his late teens, early 20s, about to go lay down for a decade plus?
Accept responsibility for your actions, bro. As soon as you accept responsibility for your actions and stop trying to fight whatever, the better you're gonna have it. You know what I mean? Because acceptance, once you accept it, you no longer have that burden on you of you trying to keep up with lies and all this other type of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, I've accepted it. I'm dealing with the consequences of my action. I'm gonna ride it out how I ride it out. You know what I mean? But just, you know, acceptance, brother.
You know, I write a lot of people in prison, and some people speak of accepting that responsibility. But there's a lot of brothers write me back and they say, Alex, man, I had nothing to do with that offense. I'm not guilty of that. And sometimes it gets tiring because I'll go look at their case because I'm curious, like, oh wow, maybe you got railroaded, and I look at the case and I'm like, dude, the evidence was overwhelming that you did it, but he's still, 15 years in, he's still denying he had any role in that. Why do some brothers just are steadfast on that message?
Well, I believe that, number one, when that happened, they weren't even their authentic self. A lot of them dudes happened, a lot of crimes happened because they were on some type of substance. You know what I mean? Alcohol, sherm, cocaine, whatever it is. And had they been in their right mind, they probably wouldn't did what they did. So a lot of them is dealing with that. They having that interpersonal conflict, right? With take responsibility for your actions, but at the same time, I don't even remember this. I half-ass remember, and human nature, self-preservation is number one. People, they don't want to take responsibility for and punish themselves, right? They feel like they're punishing themselves if they take responsibility for it, but it's not like that. It's forgiving yourself for what happened, what you did, and move on. It's taking responsibility for your part in whatever happened. Whatever happened, whatever your part was in that, even if you wasn't the trigger man, if you encouraged it, you know what I mean? If you let a nigga use your car, you knew what he was about to go do. If you let him use your gun and you knew what he was about to go do. If you even encouraged him, like go handle that. You know what I mean? You got to accept your responsibility in that, bro.
I think a lot of us underestimate the intelligence of the people on the board.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear no games.
They don't want to hear. They know it. They listen. They go through thousands of hearings a year, bro. Like you just one of them. They not. Come on, they see through the real crap. Even though it didn't happen the way they said it happened, I took responsibility for that. Because had I not been a street dude, if I not been from where I was from, if I had not been active, them dudes would have not recognized me when they saw me and pulled up on me.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna talk about the other shit that I got away with. This is, okay, I'm cool with that. If this is what y'all, cause some other shit is probably would have rap for your boy. One of the things that I used to always go by in prison, and every time I wake up and I go to the yard and it's like, got to worry about what's going on here on this yard or nothing, go out here and check it out. I always understood that challenges will happen. You're gonna have challenges in life, no matter where you at. Curveballs gonna get thrown at you, fastballs gonna get thrown at your head, all that. But these challenges are inevitable. They're gonna come. But being defeated is optional. I wasn't gonna be defeated. Mentally not defeated, spiritually defeated, emotionally defeated, physically defeated. I wasn't gonna be defeated. So that was my drive. Like I said, I wasn't gonna die in prison, bro. It's not what's gonna happen for me. And I had too many lives to impact on a positive level. I feel like that's my purpose.
All right. The original Wack?
The original Wack. I don't know no other Wack before me in Compton.
In Compton, okay.
You know what I mean?
In Compton.
I got my MBM music, you know what I mean? My MBM music group. We here at R3L Studios in Bellflower. And I started off doing my MBM music group because I was helping somebody who was going through a drug and alcohol program to stay sober. So I'll give you access to the studio, let you do your music, but you gotta stay sober, bro.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Feel free to comment below so you can give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related episodes to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description, and thanks for watching StreetTV.net.